Hi all, so in this example here, we're going to be looking at enlargement by a scale factor and drawing these. Apologise in advance for some horrible drawing you might see here. But anyway, we'll get into this. So you can first see, we'll go through the question, copy the given diagram using plenty of space, use the given centre of enlargement O, so that's the point where we're enlarging from, and these scale factors to enlarge the shape. So first one, we've got a scale factor of 2. Another way, that's like saying doubling your shape. And with second one, we have a scale factor of 2/3. So our shape's actually going to be smaller than the one we have. Okay? So just make sure, it says center of enlargement, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the shape's going to get bigger if you've got a scale factor less than 1. Okay? So I'm going to get into this question. I've already done a little bit of setting up. I've drawn out some rectangles here, okay? And I've put a diagonal line across for that, just looking at that sort of that point there and how that would go out or in. So along that line. So first, we're going to look at a scale factor of 2. So you do this with a ruler, and this is why I've got my grid. I'm just going to count how many squares I've got and measure that way. So up here, and this one I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares this way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares this way. Okay? And my other image here is actually exactly the same. Okay? So here with this, we need to, when we're doing a scale factor of 2, here you're going to have to double the line that you're going to have to go out. So with this here, you're going to have to place it double the distance away from all of this. So here I'm just going to show an example for our side length. So if this is 9, we'd keep drawing a line out this way, so on here, till we double it. So we got to get to, I'll just count along, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 there. So this is going to be double our distance here, is this spot. Sorry, I'll use a different colour. I won't use black again. That'll be very silly. I'll use blue. And next, I might just zoom in a little bit, just make it easier for my drawing. So next we need to double our height as well, since we've got a scale factor of 2. So this is 6, so this is going to go up to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll get rid of this here. Okay, so this will go up there. So I'm just going to draw over this, and sorry I don't have a ruler on this, but you would do it with a ruler. So that there. And that there. So what I've done here is I've drawn a straight line out from our corner here, so we know where our vertices should be, because the vertices should be in the same direction from the point origin. Okay, so for the first two, they were pretty straightforward because it was just going along our lines already. Okay, this last one, it's a bit harder to see. Okay, so here we need to measure how far we do have here. So I'm just going to do a bit of a rough measurement. 4, 5, 8. So it goes through about 9 boxes there. 5, 6, 8, 9. I counted 1 twice there. So I just counted all the boxes that it went through above it and did the same here. Okay, if you have a... Oh, I was not supposed to erase that line. There we go. I'm supposed to erase that little dot that I counted twice in one spot. And I did the same thing again. I'll just leave it there. But I counted 9 above just there, and then I counted 9 again there. But also you can, with this, because it's a square, these 2 points are going to have to meet up at where it goes through. So this has got to go directly up. Oh. And this has got to go directly across, and you can see my line that I must have made must be a little bit out. Okay, and that's it. It's never going to be perfect with this, especially when you're drawing it. If you can get it perfect, that's amazing, but just make sure that you are getting a pretty rough outline of doubling everything. Well, this one, because it's a scale factor of 2. So just with labeling these, just make sure you label each point the dash. So this is C dash, down here is A dash, and over here is B dash. So this is the image of that point. So just make sure you are labeling everything like that. So here it should look something like this. Alright, our second value, this is going for a value of 2/3. So here we just need to look at, we've got 6 and 9 here. I might have picked these values for a good reason. Because we need to scale everything down by 2/3. So 2/3 of 6, okay, that's 4. So we need to go up 4 here. I'm going to do this in blue again. So that's here. 2/3 of 9, that's 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so these are our points down the bottom in here that it goes to. Yet again, we can count above 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I had about 8 there. So we had about 11 there. So we should be, so if we say that was 12 or something like that, then we can go 2/3 of the way. But because this is a rectangle, we can just meet up these points that we have already got here. So here we had 12, 2/3 of 12s is 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It did count 8 of my little box squares above it. So yet again, it is much better with a ruler, but I can't really show you with a ruler on this. So just make sure that you're using the right scale factor and just doing the right multiplications with each one. So for this bottom one, this was 9 by 2/3, and that's how I got 6. Okay. The side length here, this was 6 by 2/3, and that's how I got 4. Okay. So just make sure you're doing the right multiplications here, and just like down the bottom here on this one, this was a scale factor of 2, so I had to do 9 by 2, which is equal to 18. So then that was 18 units away from the origin. Alright, so just make sure everything is going up by that scale factor, just like so. So I'll zoom out again so you can see the whole thing. So hopefully this did help with these types of questions. Make sure you are using a ruler and measuring how far away everything is. Or if you have graph paper, it is very good for this. Alright. So hopefully this helped with scaling or enlarging images. And good luck.